Most people misunderstand what real change looks like. They think progress comes from motivation, discipline, or some perfectly designed routine. That belief is comfortable and wrong. If those things actually worked, most people would already be where they want to be. The truth is harsher. People don't change when they feel inspired. They change when they feel exposed. Divakar learned this the hard way. For years, he told himself he was doing fine, not failing, not winning, just floating. Floating feels safe because it doesn't force decisions. But floating also kills ambition slowly, without drama. No big mistakes, no obvious disasters, just wasted potential piling up quietly. The shift didn't happen when Divakar watched a video or read a quote. It happened when he saw a version of himself he could no longer respect. One evening, he caught himself avoiding a task he knew he was capable of finishing in under an hour. Instead of starting, he scrolled, rationalized, and delayed. When he finally noticed the clock, 3 hours were gone, not stolen, donated. That moment hurt, because it exposed a pattern, not laziness, avoidance. That's when the first real principle revealed itself. Clarity hurts more than effort. Effort is uncomfortable, yes, but clarity is worse. Clarity strips excuses. When you clearly see that your problem is not lack of ability, but lack of execution, you lose the right to complain. Divakar didn't feel motivated. He felt embarrassed. And embarrassment, when faced honestly, is far more powerful than inspiration. Instead of planning a new life, he changed one behavior. He stopped negotiating with himself. Most people negotiate constantly. I'll start after this. I'll do it properly tomorrow. I just need to feel ready. Negotiation is mental self-sabotage dressed as logic. Divakar replaced negotiation with a rule. Decisions are made once. Actions happen daily. No debates. No mood checks. When it was time to work, he worked even if the work was messy. Even if the output was average. Especially then. Because consistency doesn't require excellence. It requires presence. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Your standards don't rise before your actions raise your standards. At first, Divakar's output was unimpressive. Some days it felt pointless, but repetition did something unexpected. It built evidence. Each completed action became proof that he was not the person who quit halfway. Confidence didn't arrive as a feeling. It arrived as a record. Another shift followed. He stopped measuring days and started measuring streaks. Days are emotional. Streaks are factual. A bad day can still extend a streak. A perfect day that breaks consistency means nothing. Divakar learned to protect momentum, not mood. If he could only give 30%, he gave it without guilt. 0 was no longer an option. This exposed a second principle. Progress is not fragile. Ego is. People quit because their ego can't handle imperfect effort. They'd rather do nothing than do something poorly. Divakar rejected that. He chose progress that looked ugly over pride that looked impressive. Then came resistance. Not external resistance. Internal friction. The boredom. The repetition. The feeling that nothing exciting was happening. This is where most people quit, because they mistake boredom for failure. But boredom is not a signal to stop. It's a signal that the brain is losing control. Your brain craves novelty, not growth. Divakar understood that if something felt boring, it was probably working. Real growth rarely feels dramatic. It feels quiet, repetitive, and slightly uncomfortable. He stopped chasing excitement and started chasing depth. The final transformation wasn't visible from the outside. It was identity level. He stopped asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" He started asking, "Is this who I am now?" That question changes everything. When behavior becomes identity, quitting feels unnatural. You don't need motivation to act in alignment with who you believe you are. Divakar wasn't trying to be productive. He was becoming someone who finishes what he starts. And here's the part most people won't like. There is no finish line. Consistency doesn't unlock a permanent state of success. It unlocks responsibility. Once you realize what you're capable of, going back feels worse than pushing forward. Ignorance is comfortable. Awareness is heavy. But awareness is also addictive. Because once you experience what it feels like to operate below your potential, and choose not to, you can't unsee it. You stop romanticizing comfort. You stop waiting for permission. You stop lying to yourself. Divakar didn't become extraordinary overnight. He became honest. And honesty, applied daily, compounds faster than talent ever will. That's the real secret. Not discipline, not motivation, not routines, just the courage to stop negotiating with the person you see in the mirror and act accordingly.